Alright, for all y'all religious Christians and stuff out there who believe in God, I got something for you. Check this out, man. Check this out. Alright, so my last video I put up, I let you guys know that anything having to do with day, dio, or dis, or dis is Zeus. Zoo, Jew, all that stuff is Zeus. It's just different ways to say Zeus. Alright? Alright. So letting you guys know that you worship Zeus 7 days a week. Day is Zeus. Bueno Dios. That's Zeus is good. The same way that Christians say God is good. Okay, bueno Dios. Alright, so when you go to church and you say God is good, you're pretty much speaking Mexican. You're saying buenos dios. That's it. Literally, you're saying Zeus is good. Alright, so now that we got that out the way for the second, third, fifth time, I try to tell you guys, and every day of the week is named after Zeus, something day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7. Okay, days, 7 Zeuses. Okay, there you go again. So, what else do we have here? There's a revelation that happens to where you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to the history of the Bible itself. All right. So if Zeus is the one that portrays and wants to replace and is against the Most High, who is Yashaya, to where they even changed Yashaya's name to Jesus to represent Zeus. Okay. So let's say this. What's the name of the one who betrayed Yashaya? Okay, his name was Judas. Now remember I said the das, because the Jew is a word by itself, all right? Jew is pretty much God, okay? It's like saying Yah, J-A-H, J-U-J-E-W. It's the same word. All right? Jew and Jah means or are supposed to represent Yah. Okay, so when they say Judish or Jewish, it's saying ish is man. So you're saying man of God or man of Zeus, pretty much, because Jew, the J represents Zeus. All right, so it's just the way it is, bro. So here we go again. So you got one. That's one who has Zeus's name in his name. Because remember, Yashaya, he said, all my prophets have my name in their name. He said, my name is in my Father's name. You see me, but you hear my Father. Okay, you saw him as a person, but his name you heard, and the words that came out of his mouth that connect to his name are of his Father 100%. Okay, that's why you have Isaiah, who represents Yashaya. That's why you have Jesse, who represents Yashaya. That's why you have Josiah, that represents Yashaya. That's why you have Joshua, that represents Yashaya. That's why you have Yashaya, that represents Yashaya. Moshe, that represents Yashaya. That's why you have all these names. Yeshakiah, that represents Yashaya. That's why you have all these names. Teshua, that represents Yashaya. Hosanna, Jose. All these names represent Yashaya. Yashe, Yasho. All this represents Yashaya. Yishi, Yeshia represents Yashaya. Okay, and Yashaya represents Haya, Ashar, Haya, who is the name of the Most High, and in his name he speaks only of his Son, Yashaya. Ha, Yasha, Haya. Haya, Ashar, Haya. Okay, now you know who it is, because salvation is righteousness and righteousness is salvation, so they are one and the same, just like the Father is the Son. Okay, Yah is Yashar. Okay, Yasha is Yah. They are one and the same. Okay, now that we got that out the way, because that's the most important part, now let's stop you from let's put a bib on you so that you don't spit up and throw up all this all these careless words all over yourself. All right, so we know Judas, because Judah is supposed to represent Yada, which represents thankfulness or praise, thanksgiving of Yah, thankful of Yah. Okay, Yada Yah. Okay, that's the tribe of Yada. Okay, not Judah, Yada. Like I said, the Jew is supposed to represent the Yah. Okay, anyway, take that out of the way. So get back to Yah, get out of the Jew. All right, because you see where this is going. Because Zeus and Dis, Zeus represents Zeus, Zudis, Judish, Jewish. Okay, you got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, judicial, the judge. Okay, oh, we're the judges of everything. Okay, Judish, Zudish, Zudis, Jew-dish. It's literally calling God Zeus. Zeus is God. Okay, that's what that system is. All right, so you got Judas. Okay, that was the one that betrayed who? Yashaya. All right, so who is another name that had to do with Yashaya who has Zeus in their name? They're key characters, the most key characters. And when they betrayed Yashaya, they died right after. They both died right after. The first one was Judas, died right after betraying Yashaya. Okay, because remember, the fallen angels fell away from heaven. They plotted against Yah. If they plotted against the Father, they plotted against the Son. They plotted against Yashaya. They plotted against Yah. If they betrayed Yah, they betrayed Yashaya. If they did it in heaven, and they did it on earth. So here we go, same old thing. Judas, okay, betrayed Yashaya, just like the Satan, tried to pull away and fell from heaven and betrayed Yah. Was no place for him to be found. Okay, him and his fallen angels. So who else in the word had Zeus in their name? Well, if you haven't guessed it by now, Herod, the king. Yes, the one who persecuted Yashaya. Yes, the one who gave the orders to kill all the firstborn. Yes, him. Because what was his name? Oh, his name was Herodias. Herodias. Des, when you get that des, is Dis. I'm telling you, you get that days, I told you that's Zeus. You get that days as Zeus, that's Dios. Okay, where are we at? Where we go? Where we go? Here we are, right? Where's the name where they spell it out for you? Right here. Bam. Okay, Herodias, Herodias, Dias, Herodias. Huh? Hero is man, or supposed to be a man. Like, yeah, okay. And you're worshiping heroes and you're worshiping man. Oh shit. See, that's another way to get you to fall from grace. Okay, so Herodias, Herodias. Okay, we know that Dios is Zeus. Dios is Zeus. This is the sister. Okay, Herodias is the sister. Okay, Herodes, King Herodes. Okay, that's his real name, Herodes, Herodias is the name. Okay, so even today, most of the people in the world worshiping heroes, because that's the name that you say, oh, hero this and hero that. Okay, so you guys worshiping heroes, and hero just means man. You're worshiping man instead of Yah. Okay, just letting you guys know. Oh, I want to be a superhero. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, this is has Zeus's name on him. Herodes. Okay. Now that we got that out the way. See, like, even Jerusalem would be Hero Shulam. Hero, man of peace. Shalom, men of peace. Okay, man, hero, shalom, peace. You get it? Okay. All right. Even Viro means man. Viro Shalom, Hero Shalom, Jerusalem. It's supposed to be man of peace. But when they say peace and safety, comes sudden destruction, remember? Okay, just letting you guys know. Because Herodes, Mr. King of who? Israel, Judah. Oh, okay, yeah. He had sudden destruction because he had peace and safety because Yahshua was gone. Oh, they speak the words of a god. Okay, now he gets split open and bust right open full of worms and demiurge right in front of your face. Okay, so you got two incredible, disgusting deaths because of betrayal. And they had the name Zeus in their name. Herodes, Judas. Okay, I told you that dust, that Dios, that Dios. Yeah, you're getting into Zeus's territory, buddy. Okay. So that's two. Judas, Herodes. Now, modern day. Who runs the world of religion? Huh? Oh, okay. So, in today's world, the big head, the big hat, the one at the top, the one with the crown, yes, the preacher with the crown, the priest with the crown on his head, come in many names, many blasphemous names, because Latin is the blasphemy form of Hebrew. Okay, so we already know what language it's in. Okay, so you say, but all the popes got different names. That doesn't have Zeus in it. That's not a disrespect to the Most High. Yes, it is. First off, it's a disrespect to the Most High and David, King David, because King David, King David, his David's name is Dode, Dode, Dode. Dode means beloved. Okay. Upside down and in reverse, that's Pope instead of Dode. You understand? Lowercase d and p are just like the h and the lowercase h and the y. They're just all flipped up and reversed and stuff like that. You get it? So the Dode versus the Pope, the love of Yah, in upside down and reversed is the Pope. Okay, and that's where you find the one who flees from Yah, the one who flees from heaven, the one fallen from heaven like lightning, Zeus. How does the Pope connect to Zeus? Oh, well, he has a title that he goes by. That every Pope transfers that crown. That crown has the name of the title on the forehead, on the name. It equals 666 in Roman numerals. Not only that, but it has the name of Zeus right there on the forehead. And they say, oh, that means Christ. That means the vicar of Christ. He's the one in place of Christ while Christ is away. And you believe that shit because you believe the language that they spoke to you, so you believe every lie they told you. Okay, look at the word itself. The word speaks alone. The word stands alone. Even when they tell a lie, the truth is told. Because if you know the truth, you know the lie. Okay, so this lie, little white lie with a crown on its head, speaking boastful, just running the whole world amok. Got everybody over here talking about, oh, you're chained to the Vatican. You're not free. You think you're an American, but all your social securities and all your birth certificates go straight to the Vatican, locked in a vault. Yep. So who are you guys worshiping? Who are you worshiping? All those countries at war got the same dang priest over their head with the freaking crown on his head. You could be at war in red, you could be in war at blue, you could be at war at green, but you all got the same damn king. You all got the same king. A house divided is a house destroyed. You're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Same king, you all speak different languages, and he speaks to all three of you. Ain't that some okay, some schism. Yes, that's the word. That's some schism. Okay, so who are we talking about? What's his name? Vicarious Filii. Oh, the vicar of like the Viking Vicarious. Oh, I was one letter off. Actually, I was a few letters off. I put too much in. This is 666 right here. All right. You know your Roman numerals? That's 100% 666. All right. The DEI. The DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The DEI hire. Like the Vicarious Filii DEI hire. Wow! This is crazy. Wow. This is just so like I said, man, you worship Zeus in so many different ways. It's just at the top, the forehead of all of your damn topics. Okay, it's just crazy, bro. This language of Babylon only worships Zeus and blasphemies the Most High and salvation and the grace that we're given. All right, man. This is the title on the forehead of the crown of the Pope. Vicarious Filii die. It is written. Okay? Now, where's the Zeus? The DEI is the Zeus. Yeah, can you not see that? Now, look, man. They say the one in place of no, look. Vicarious meaning one in place, meaning in place, replacement, living through. Something's living through you. The vessel. Okay, vessel vicarious. Filii, isn't that love of like philosophy, philosophia? Philosophia, Filii die. Sophia is wisdom. Die is Zeus. Philo, so you can say Filii Sophia. That is the love of, or the friend of Zeus. I mean, the friend of wisdom. So Filii die is the friend of Zeus or love of Zeus. Come on, bro. Get the hell up. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, there's so much, like I said, without knowing, you just don't know what you're talking about. That's why they got it. It's where you say one word in one language, but you're cursing. It's like pointing a finger. Words are like fingers. The way that Babylon works, it's like fingers. If you take your hand and point your finger, point one finger, your index finger, point that finger somewhere, right? All right. You'll have your thumb with that finger pointing in the same direction. All right. So that's 2 out of 5 pointing away from you. But there are 3 pointing back at you. That's why they say don't point your finger, because you got 3 pointing back at you. Okay, so look at this. That's how speaking words are in English. You think you're saying something right, but you're triple crossed, cursing yourself. That is why he said, please forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they do. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Life and death is in the power of the power of life and death lies in the tongue. Okay, that's why you're saying, like, bro, silence is a sin and all this stuff. You can't speak careless words. You're between a rock and a hard place. You can't even take a bow of silence. Like, you're between a rock and a hard place here. This is meant and programmed to master the human domain in order to maximize the kill chain. Okay? You are not at the top of the food chain. Okay? You are the food. Alright? They're eating your loser. Okay? You are the loser. Alright? You got that finger, you point up, number 1, but you got them 3 fingers pointing down on top of your head. Alright? You are the loser for speaking this language. Signs and symbols rule the world. Alright? That's the way that they run the world. They know it. You have to realize this. And the only way out of this is through Yashaya. Okay? Yashaya, the grace and the salvation of Yah. Okay? Khan Yashaya, the grace and the salvation of Yah. Alright? Because grace alone is the only way you're going to get the salvation. And the salvation alone is the only way you're going to get to Yah. So, alright? And it only come by hearing alone. So every way, there's only one way to each step. Faith only come by hearing alone. So what are you looking for? Who are you looking for? What are you witness? What exactly? What do you see? You don't see anything. You got to hear this way out. You know, if they took your eyes away, what are you? You shit out of luck. Now you got to rely on somebody else. No, you still have the faith that only comes by hearing alone. Okay, and through you got to listen to what stands alone. The truth stands alone. Faith come by hearing alone. Man is saved by grace alone, and through salvation, or no man may come unto the Father but by Yashaya, who is alone. All right, because he's the truth. He's the one. He is the Room, the Yesharun. That's the same name that Yaakov was given when he wrestled the angel. Y'all say Israel, and that's totally giving credit to a fallen angel. It's the same way that y'all say Jesus, and that's totally giving credit to a pagan god. Okay, you do one, you do the other. No wonder, you know, the children dress up just like their father, and dressing up as angels of light. They're deceivers. You understand? You got Legion, Latin, you got Anglo-Saxon, angels of Satan, the parents and the children, and you're in between. You're in their domain, the kingdom. You're the pawns. They're playing chess with each other. Okay, and you are the pawn. We are the pawns. As long as you let them use your word carelessly, all right? They're gonna have to answer to you when you get this right. That's the point. All have to answer to the righteousness. Meaning you get it right, is that you call these demons out by their name. You got them right where you want them. That is exorcism, entertainment. Oh shit, this dude knows what he's talking about. Now that's entertaining. Entertainment is the highest form of exorcism. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off. All right. So you got 3 of them right there. That was the point of this video, was to prove to you, like, that's 3 3 people that betrayed Yeshua directly, his message, and 3 people who cannot stand the truth. Alright? They are examples left here by grace alone for you to learn from, to go the other way, called repent, Yashub. Okay? Turn around and enter the rest of the Most High before you are left behind. On that note, to the Rabbi Hayashar Haya Kadosh Kadash Kadesh, to the Rabbi Yeshaya Kadesh Kadash Kadosh, to the Rabbi Aheb Ruach Kakmash, to the Rabbi Aheb Ruach Kokma Aseya, Ashar Yesharun, Ashar Yo Yada, Ashar Yada, Ya, Anami Amen.